You said we're going live, didn't you? I heard you. I
Hold
did.
up. We went live. She said, "Get away from my door." And you said, oh,
We live, baby.
Yeah, y'all understand? I got kids.
"Listen,
What?
the one thing we know on this podcast is it's real, raw, unedited, uncut. Because y'all gonna get whatever we
Yeah.
got to give.
Yeah, man.
Shows real life of a podcaster. Okay, let me see if it's live on my page so I can share it.
Not mine.
It's showing live right now.
It
Oh, it says
is.
tune
Oh, I
in.
look so pretty. Where Bree go? Get back here.
Hey, girl, bring that. Look, come here.
Bring
Come,
that. Bring that
come
cat
here.
here. I mean,
Come
you know.
here. Come here.
It's available.
Ooh, don't
At
get me
this
in
Y'all,
trouble.
point.
Don't get
y'all
me in
gonna,
trouble.
y'all gonna get this
Look at Edward. Hi, Edward.
real raw and unedited. Okay, y'all. I ain't
Yeah,
edited shit.
we finna say whatever, whenever, however. Y'all look at
Listen,
the cleavage though.
it is what it
Y'all
is.
check the
Both of
cleavage
y'all got
out.
oh shit. Hold on, fuck
Check
shit.
the
You're gonna have to
Damn,
cut
t
that shirt. You're gonna have to cut that
t-shirt and shit.
shirt.
Y'all got me messed up. Hold on, let me
You gonna have to cut that shirt.
shit.
because she acted up over there. She's
Cause y'all got all this cleavage. Y'all hold on.
now your titties look lopsided.
Look, I'm sick of this shit already. We
Oh
just
my
started.
God.
Damn.
That's
The
why you
boobies are in the
stuck.
camera, and then you got my ass right here in my
Okay.
boobies.
Cleavage, he said cleavage is popping. Cleavage is definitely in the building tonight.
Okay, mine's is covered up, but y'all see, I can't show y'all the
I'm
rest
mad
of
that
it.
you keep lifting your to the to
Let
the
me act like
gods.
I got some sense
Oh my
tonight.
You're
God.
lifting them up to the cleavage gods.
Listen, welcome to another episode of Nene and Night. It's your girl Nene, and I got two special guests with me.
Ain't no
I got
special about
Summer
me.
Rain. She was here
Oh,
last week, and we talked
don't
some
do that.
we talk shit, and we gonna talk shit
She
tonight.
was here last week. Thanks. That's awesome. That was a great introduction. She was here last week.
Right? Like, oh, she ain't nobody.
It was actually 2 weeks ago, so don't judge me, but whatever. No. And then we have Miss
Fat
Bree. We have
Slay.
hold up though. I ain't let me hold on. Let me introduce Summer right. I'm gonna do it right this time. Hold on. We got Summer Rain. How get what's the name of your stuff? Shit.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
She's on my sister's house. She has a new virtual. She has Rain and virtual assistants. She has her own clothing line. Um, retail store. Summer Rain. Y'all know Summer Rain. She gets naked for me. For some food. So say what's up, Summer Rain.
We gonna stop putting that introduction on me, on people, because every time people hear that, then they look at me like, "Oh, for real? For some
That's
food?"
all it takes. That's
It's
all it
only
Right?
takes.
it's only for me.
Can you please put that disclaimer in there? Because every time you say that, folks be giving me the side eye, like, "Oh, for real?"
It's
No, I
only
promise
for
you,
me.
it's not as simple as that.
Yeah. So then also we have Miss Bree Renee here. Y'all know her. She's been here. She's back. Miss Bree Renee of Love, Sex, and Magic podcast.
Yeah. It's
You
been
can
a
find
while.
it has been.
Oh,
You can
oh, oh!
you
Is
can
that who
find
you was gonna tell that I did the trick last time? I did it. I did. What is it called? Sex magic.
our sex magic.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the first episode me and Bree did together was actually about sex magic.
I know,
Um.
and I tried to watch it, but I was like heavy in the church then. I was religious.
Yeah.
I wasn't spiritual then. Now I'm
I'm sorry.
spiritual. I'm not religious. So
She
I'm
you can
open.
listen, y'all can find Bree in everywhere. She sells wholesale. She's in stores. She's in Rainbow Blossom in Louisville, Kentucky. She's a little bit she's in Dallas. She ain't you in the UK somewhere too?
I'm in 26 retail stores worldwide. Five of those are outside of the US.
Okay,
So
then, honey.
check me out. I'm in the UK, the Philippines, Germany, and Ireland.
Well,
So you
well
can find us in
shit.
Mexico in all of these places.
Well shit. So she's everywhere. Catch her and yeah, that's a lot. So listen. what we decided to talk about today is communication in the bedroom. And the reason, I have my reasons for picking topics. Yeah, I know I usually don't pick a topic until
the day of.
I think I picked this one the day of too. I chose communication, but I dumbed it down to communication in the bedroom. Simply because I think that a lot of relationships, situationships, all the ships lack communication in the bedroom.
You just made a word up. Go ahead and write that down. Put that in your dictionary. Yeah, put that in your Nini and Night dictionary.
Fucksationships are different than situationships. Fucksationships is you just have a fuck relationship. Situationship, you fucking, you hang out, you do other stuff. You feel me? It's a difference.
So is that what I was in for like the past 10 years before this one? Before this past relationship? Is that what I was in?
Yeah, you was probably in a fucksation. No, more like a situation. Yeah, I don't
10
know.
years
of complicated.
relationship?
It was complicated. Yeah, and then he ended up picking somebody else. But I mean, that's neither here nor there.
We'll figure that part out. But the reason why I feel like that people in relation in any of these ships, we're gonna call them ships. I feel like we talk about everything else. I feel like we talk about favorite colors and shit, and that is so minute.
That's not I swear that's not in my conversation. I never ask anybody, what's your favorite color?
Well, but people talk about everything, but when it comes to the bedroom, my partner's not satisfying me. Well, have you talked to him? No. Well, shit. You tell them when you hungry.
How can they fix it if you don't tell them what's wrong?
And that's the biggest problem I have with it is like, but you'll tell them when you're mad about your food being not cooked right. But you'll be like, well, I've been in my relationship for a year and whoa, that is too long to not be satisfied. Mm-hmm. So
agreed.
We're gonna talk about first. We'll start with the elephant in the room of how to tell your partner you whack, you trash, and you ain't fucking me right. We're not gonna say it like that. Well, in some instances you may have to, but we're gonna give you nicer ways to say it.
Who is?
I think I am. I'm
because that's not my job.
Listen, I'm gonna give you the nice way to say it. See, that's why I got my peoples. I don't call them pit bulls, but they like my rawr, you feel me? They'll tell you real, and I'm just like they gonna give it to you real raw and straight. They gonna hurt your feelings. I'm gonna be a little nicer. We're gonna give it to you all kinds of ways.
I'm not gonna hurt your feelings. Don't say that. I'm not gonna say you trash, but I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
It's gonna
10 out of 10 don't recommend.
It may hurt feelings either way it goes, depending on who the person is and what kind of ego they have. It may hurt their feelings no matter how you say it. Because let's be real, let's start with men.
It's a sensitive subject.
Men have big egos. And for you to tell a man that you're not sexually satisfying me is a blow to his ego. And men, let me tell you I'm talking to the fellas for a second. Just because you're not sexually satisfying her does not mean you didn't sexually satisfy your last partner. We're all different. We like different things. But you should know the basics of how to please a woman. There's basics.
Exactly.
There's basics. Like, if you're meant, so I'm going to start with you, Summer. And, how would you tell we're just going to ask the question. If your partner was not satisfying you in the bedroom, how would you communicate that to your partner?
I've had several partners that have not satisfied me in the bedroom, and I just tell them, play it out. Like, I mean, first of all, like, it's known when I've had an orgasm. So it's just like when they don't hear that, ta-da. And it's just like, I mean.
So do you expect every partner to know when you've had an orgasm? Even if you just fucked them for the first time?
This is a conversation that's had. Like, I don't just be like, oh, can you guess when I came? Like, no, we're going to have a conversation. This is what it sounds like. This is what it looked like. This is what it is. So pretty much, I mean, I'm very open and honest when it comes to sex. So I've told my partner before, like, hey, this is not cutting it. I need you to do more of this, less of that. My last male encounter, he said he didn't satisfy me. He didn't. And he said that at first when we started having sex, like, it was out of pleasure, but then it started feeling like work. So at that moment, Well, I knew at that moment, not even at that moment, I knew at the moment when he did all this talking about what he wanted to do to me and he didn't deliver. At that moment, I knew we are now no longer sexually compatible. Like, I'm not doing this no more because you're not satisfying me. You got me there and I was ready, but then when we got there, like, you didn't deliver. So it's just like, I feel like you lied to me just to get what you wanted, and I didn't even let him finish.
He didn't deserve to. If I don't get mine, why you get to get yours?
I didn't even let him finish.
Make that rule.
Like, I know how to let him finish, but then I also know how to tire him out. So I was like, let me tire this motherfucker out so that he can't finish. And
I have a motto, and my motto is, well, back when I was single in these streets, my motto was, if I don't come, I don't come back. Because
I don't see nothing wrong with that motto.
I mean, it is cool to have that motto, but at the same time, sometimes it's not my partner's problem. Like, sometimes I am the problem. Like, I know right now I got some stuff going on in my life, and it's not as easy for me to, come.
I'm still not going back. Like, if it's still me, I still don't need to go back. If I'm still an issue, we still don't need to be having sex. If I can't get my mind right,
but the thing is, like, in the beginning, if you've had sex with your partner and you've had orgasms before, and then something's going on, and like you can't seem to get the boat rocking, and it's just like,
now. Okay. Yep, she disappeared. She'll be back. Okay. I don't know, but I get what she's saying. Usually, when I say I don't come back, it's usually a partner, my first time partner, because coming is different for me. Orgasming, I can come to give me the orgasm is different, but if I ain't even come, I'm definitely not coming back.
Right. At minimum, it should be mutually beneficial, right?
What are we doing if it's not mutually beneficial? Like,
right, like, why are you here? Why am I here? Why are you here?
It's no point at all if it's not. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep switching. Okay, I'm playing with it. But yeah, it's no if so that motto, if I don't come, I don't come back. It's usually for a partner who I'm just now having sex with, someone who I was really interested in, and I looked at him and said, "Damn, I want to fuck." And I want to get to, I want to get to know him a little bit, but I want to fuck. And then I didn't come. So, well, shit, there she goes again. And so I'm not going back. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So, Bree, how would you tell a partner that they're not satisfying you in the bedroom?
So this depends on what this partner is to me. If it's somebody I really care about, that I want to continue seeing, I will tell them something good that they did, and then say, next time, can we do this? Or I like to do it this way. I don't like to coach. I feel like I shouldn't have to do anything more than tell you how I like it done. You should already have the gist of the motions of it. So if I have to tell you how to do it in general, we can't. I'm not going to. I feel like you should already do that.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, but if it's something like, I don't like when you hold me like this, or you choked me wrong, or something like that I don't mind correcting. So
right. And I'm a firm believer in, people always say, if your partner comes in and they don't satisfy you, if a person comes in, you're not willing to teach your partner. Listen, I tell them, here's the thing. It definitely depends on the depth of what it is.
Right.
But she's talking to somebody else. My bad. I was looking at something in the comment and thing. But shit, what was I about to say? Somebody threw me all the way off and shit.
It won't let me be great. Like, the internet the spectrum won't let me be great, y'all.
Well, You done threw me off trying to get you back on. See, y'all, it's just it's the real raw and the unedited part I'm talking about, because I ain't editing this shit out. Because the sex with the brain fucking sucks sometimes, okay? Shit happens. What the hell was I saying, y'all?
I don't remember. I was trying to read your closed caption while I was trying to get back on.
Shit. Bree, what was I saying? Damn.
I don't know, but
we were
Kendrick
talking about coaching your partner.
Oh yeah, there we go. Back to it, y'all. See, I think I got early said Alzheimer's at 34. But no. So when people ask that, and I'm like, I'm willing to teach my partner if when it comes to me, as far as different things I want to try, different things I like, different things they may want to know. Now, am I going to completely come in and coach you on having sex? Listen, you have to give me some money and pay for that, because here's the thing: for a living, right now, I choose to help people with their sex lives. I want to come home and have my sex life right. I want to fuck and try new things. I at least be satisfied with the basics is what I want. You feel me? We can try new shit, twist it up, but I don't want to have to come home and try to teach you the basics. Like, no, what the fuck? I need some money now. Right. If I got to teach you like I teach them, I don't want to do it.
I need some money, period.
I mean, that too. I mean, but I think that men and women should come with the basics. You should know. And if you don't know, here's the thing. Ask. Stop assuming shit. It's okay to ask. It's okay to ask the person, even if it's not your partner. Ask your homies, ask your friends. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask your partner, hey, does this feel good? Hey, did you like when I did? It's okay to have these conversations after sex. You might talk a little bit, talk to each other. Find out, and pay attention to your partner's face too, because and say some shit if something's hurting you that's not supposed to be hurting. Like, don't just take the pain because fuck that. The shit's not supposed to hurt. Say something. Please say something. Like, because, I had an encounter one time. He was nibbling on my clit. Listen, bitch. You got one more time. Listen, I'm not, and I don't want to tell him not to nibble. Somebody might like that shit. But if you nibble on my shit one more motherfucking time, I'm going to kick you at this point, because I don't like it. And you never asked me if I like that kind of pain. Like, you just assumed that I like my shit nibbled on. Like, you can't inflict pain. Like, that's it's precious. That is some females out there might like that. There's a couple probably that like that. Me? Bitch, you guess it.
You're just trying to chew on you like bubble gum.
Listen,
prior to the piercing, I liked it, but now that I have the piercing, no, you don't nibble on nothing.
Oh, look at that. You can see the comments. Y'all see it? If he cures, he will make you come. It's not hard if you're willing to put in the effort. And I completely agree. If a person, but I mean, he will put in effort, but some people are out, men and women are out for themselves. It's harder for women to just be out to get the same nut that men get. But no, it's not, because women nut faster than men a lot of times. Sometimes she's out for herself too. But yeah, if you put in the effort, even if it's our first encounter, you can still figure out what makes somebody come and how to make them come. Basic anatomy of a female, for one, is the G spot. It's basic. You feel me? Like, come here, come here. Put one of them come here motions inside of them and figure out,
Boy. Gotta get the waterworks going.
Right. So, I feel like you should be able to tell, based on your partner's body language, if they're moaning, how they're responding to you, if what you're doing is correct. And if it's not, if I have a partner that's not responding to me, I'm going to immediately inquire if they're enjoying themselves. Because if they're not enjoying themselves, I feel like I no longer have consent. Right. So if you're not enjoying this, how I'm enjoying this, we don't need to be doing this. And we could talk about it if you're up for it. But outside of that, we need to stop immediately. Right.
And I think that's what people don't pay attention to is body language.
Right.
There's a lot you're supposed to pay attention to when you're having sex with a partner, and most of them just
later.
Like, this is random, but I seen a post in a group. They shared it, and they was like, if he just licks the clit, like, he's amazing, he's whatever. And I was like, hold up, what are we talking about? You just, I like my clit lick, but I like not the whole time. Like just licking the clit, can you like lick around the lips? You know, give me like a lap around the lips or something. Like, can you suck on the lips? I mean, like, can we talk about this? Like, I was like, I don't want you to just lick the clit. I want you to French kiss the pussy. Like,
well, I think that comes from people feeling like most men can't find it. So
what's funny is, so listen. Smaller clits are harder to find, fellas. Sometimes you got to take a lips, you got to pull the lips back, and the clits down. The clits don't be in the same place on the women. Some of them are smaller than others. Some of them are big, and if you miss the big ones, if you miss a big clit, that's a disability.
So are we talking about
anatomy class somewhere in your past you need to retake?
When we talk about the clit, are we talking about the actual clitoris or are we talking about the hood? There's a difference.
I'm talking about the clitoris. It's all. I mean, a lot of guys, for one, lifting the hood. Women have different levels of hoods too, y'all.
Don't lift my hood. Don't even leave it where
some women might like. Some women you might have to lift the hood because you know it might be over. You know, might cover up the clit a little more than others. But when y'all lift the hood is very sensitive. The clit's already sensitive. You mess with the hood too much, that shit gonna hurt. It's gonna get irritated. So
my hood is fine.
You know, just
that's not that you can't speak for every hood and
every. I'm saying some. I'm saying some of them if you do it, but even if a woman, if you do some women like it rough. You can do it rough on them, but you feel me? I mean, sometimes you might have to get into the hood, lift it back a little bit with your tongue and lick it. But for me, don't just lick my clit. I need you to French kiss my whole damn pussy. Like, I mean, you can. I want you to focus on the clit, do your thing, but I need you to lap around the. I need you to let me ride the tongue. Like, I need you to, I need you to move around the pussy. Like, I get it.
Need all your whole face should be wet.
When he just licked the clit,
like there are some women that have spent all of their sexual experiences not their needs or faking it or just letting a man do what he thinks is right, and then they're not satisfied, and they've never told that man that they're not satisfied. So that man goes through his whole life thinking he's the shit and he's trash.
That's the problem right there. Okay, so every single guy, I always hear guys say, I ain't had no complaints. I ain't had no complaints. I ain't had no complaints.
Yeah, we have to worry about all that comes with if I tell a nigga you trash. Are you gonna assault me physically? Are you gonna verbally abuse me? Are you gonna emotionally abuse me? What is gonna come from this if I'm like, yo, that wasn't as great as you thought it was? Here's why. And then I provide you the answers of why you were trash. No matter how I phrase it, whether I'm just direct with you, be like, nigga, that shit don't ever come back over here ever again in your life. Or whether I'm like, hey, you did this and this good. The next time, can we try this? It can still make, you never know what kind of reaction you're going to get out of that person unless you know that person. I prefer to go into things with already open lines of communication. Right. And also, my cutoff game strong. If it's trash and I feel like I don't need to coach you because I don't plan on keeping you around anyway, why waste time?
No, dead ass though. Like, I mean,
why waste your time?
That's legit.
If she don't call you back, if she don't call you to come back, you that wasn't it, bruh. That wasn't it. I had an experience like that. I had quite
the whole faking orgasm thing.
It's dead.
Listen, Bree said something really. Guys are assuming that they're pleasing other women because you faked your orgasm. So here's the problem. Faking orgasms gets none of us anywhere because now that this guy out here thinking he's putting it down and he's like, I got this, I'm the shit. It's happening, and you're not shit. You're not doing it right because she fakes her orgasm. Listen, I'm not faking for nobody. I'm not faking a mom. I'm not faking a shit. Listen. Once some guy was like, I mean, my very first time, I fucked up and didn't fake anyway. He was like, are you good? This ain't it. This is not what it's supposed to be. You gotta go. He was like, really? You tell me you knew what you was doing and I ain't getting nothing out of this. Like, even though it's my first time, I'm not getting nothing out of this. What the fuck was it supposed to do? Because this thing, like, I don't know. It didn't give what it was supposed to give, even though I don't know what it's supposed to give. But I knew it wasn't that. So I'm definitely don't fake an orgasm. Don't do it to stroke anybody's ego.
Not
But
at
also,
all.
like they said, sometimes if you do feel you can usually sometimes you can gauge a guy. Sometimes you can guy can be a nice person to where you tell him his stroke game is whack and you might get beat up. So I would definitely tread lightly with saying things a certain way, or maybe
Do it over
make it
the
a phone
phone.
conversation, or make it a conversation after you leave, or don't even have the.
Don't do it in
If it's somebody
person.
you don't plan on entertaining, you don't even have to technically have the conversation because you just cannot. You can block. You ain't even got to have that conversation with them. I would definitely tread lightly because of fears like that, and that's sad that we have to have these
Think like
fears.
that.
But because of people who are they are, especially some of the masculine males who get hurt egos, Yeah, and then so I was talking, and somebody said when girls say guys have little dicks, well he said little is in the eye of the beholder, which it is. Little is different for everyone. I get it. Little is definitely different for everyone.
No, it's
Little
not.
doesn't mean that he can't. It can be. It can't. I mean,
Little
I've
is
seen a girl
little.
say.
Like there's big and there's little. Like
No, I seen a girl say that. I seen a
big,
girl say
there's
8
little.
inches. No, this girl said 8 inches was little, and when she said 8 inches was little, I knew that we had different ideas of what little was. Fuck that. I knew
Her
there was a
vagina's
variety out there.
is big. She got
Like
she got walls for days.
she said 8 inches was little, and I knew that then that little is in
Her
my
name should
eyes
be
only.
Stonewall Jackson.
It got something because I was like 8 inches is little, but it might be to her. I don't know what she might have
8
been
inches
finding her
is
12 inch.
enough.
She might have been finding her 12-inch Mandingo Warriors we don't know about. So
Man, she got
but
gummy worms
it's
there. 'Cause
definitely the motion in the ocean. I get it, but if you're a visual person,
Kendrick, don't judge me.
which they a lot of times they say men are visual, women are visual creatures too because we visually see stuff on men and we be like fuck that. Even though we're more we're not, but it's crazy that they don't associate visual with women, but women are just as visual as men are when it comes to looking at you.
Right.
When we look at you, you look at our ass. We might look at your print.
I'm
We're gonna
looking
look at
at
your
your
body.
ass
We might
too.
look at your titties. We're gonna look at your face. We might see what's under your beard to see if your beard, if you cut that off, is it gonna be
That
like
skin is
some
bumpy.
yeah,
I'm
like
looking at
we look
everything.
Niggas don't have chins, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes,
They
they
have
do.
this perfectly chiseled beard, but they shave that
No.
off. They ain't got no chin.
some of them
Some
don't,
of them
but
do.
that's
Some of them got a double chin.
some of them got too many cheeks. But that's the thing, we're visual creatures too. I don't know why, like we are visual creatures. So it's if we can't get past the 3-inch penis, it's going to be hard for us to be into the sex. Even if you do know how to please, it's hard for me to get there because now I didn't seen it. I didn't mentally shut you out and said
Yes.
you pull a tink tink, and now I don't want to mess with pull a tink tink. Like now it's like it's a
I wouldn't
visual
even
thing.
want
So
to suck a 3-inch penis.
I mean, you got to pretend to choke, and it's hard to choke on that. So you got that's another pretending game. You got to pretend to choke and put your little face.
I'm not pretending to do nothing.
Somebody asked me, they said,
I'm almost 40. I'm not pretending to do nothing.
They said, what if you can't do two hands? Can you do one? If you can't do one, you got to hit them with
the 2 finger, the three finger. You got to hit with the kickstand.
You definitely have to. So I mean, but the one thing and then they also said, this is what's crazy. I'm looking at some of the stuff I learned in class, and from learning people, it said on the communication thing, it said that man wants you to be direct with your answers, and man wants you, and I get it, they do. But then there's those guys that go around the bush when they give you an answer. I'm confused. They want me to be direct, but they want to go all the way around the Marlboro bush and tell me a story that's not. So they want it direct, but so communication says they want it direct, but then if you give it to them direct, then they hurt your. Then they get their feelings hurt. Now what? Now where we at? You know what I'm saying? They don't. Men don't like when you go around the bush.
We have to
they
coddle
go around
them.
the bush though.
We have to coddle them, which I'm not in the business of coddling or stroking the ego. I had a situation one time where I had a one-night stand with a person. It was somebody I was cool with. And I was just like, you know what? I'm bored. I've been interested anyway, just to see. It was trash. He asked me, did I enjoy myself? I was like, I enjoyed the conversation. He asked me about the sex. I said, it was all right. He was like, damn, all right, that's it? Yeah. What do you want me to say? So he got upset, and he said some choice words. He said some choice words to me, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be a friend anymore. So
okay, so this is one of my questions I'm gonna ask people, whoever's on here listening. Do you think that it is better to say it's I or it could have been better? Like from your perspective, that they mean the same exact thing, but they come out different ways. Which one would you have preferred to hear?
So back then I was using this all right. Now I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 don't recommend. Or you don't get no call back. And I let them know ahead of time. If I don't call you back for another encounter, it like this was an audition. And if it's a no call,
if I don't let you know if I get home safe, you don't get like
I don't do that anyway. I don't care. I mean,
well, I do. Look, when the dick is great, I'm like, yeah, I get home safe. You good? I'm straight. I'm at home. Let them know. If the dick was whack, I had somebody be like, "You home?"
No. We're not gonna answer that. So Kendrick,
no, we don't.
Kendrick said, "I think if you talk about sex, talk about it before sex. It would save a lot of time," which is right.
And it would, and that's one of the biggest problems though, is that I always say this: people are scared to have these sex conversations because people are scared of the judgment that other people will put on them because they're having a sex conversation. Because when we go on dates and stuff, we talk about everything under the sun. You might even know his favorite flower, but like I say, you don't know if you're gonna be hanging from the ceiling in a minute. You don't know. You don't know if you're gonna end up with candle wax on your body, blindfolded, handcuffed to a bed. You don't know this shit because you didn't ask. And now,
I'm gonna ask because ain't nothing going in my dookie shoot.
But now they're in relationships and they're like, well, we're not sexually compatible. We're not sexually satisfied. Well, you should have talked about that before. This is why for me, I'm gonna say this is one of the reasons why for me, y'all. Now I cannot wait till marriage because you got me up. If you thought that I was gonna wait till marriage, marry somebody, and then the sex is bull. Listen, God, I love you to death, but fuck that. I said it all in one thing.
What's funny about that though? Like, it's not for me. However, my mother, she got divorced and she was like celibate for 13, 14 years, like no sex, no masturbation. She was actively dating because she wanted to when she felt like she was ready, but there was like no sex had, and she was engaged for like 2 years to somebody in another country, got married. And I'm talking to my mom like I talk to y'all about sex. I talk to my mom about sex. Like we just cool like that. So like the fact that I was nervous for her because I'm just like, first of all, you ain't had D in like over a decade. So like, what's the walls and them cobwebs gonna be looking like? Then when she told me, she hit me with the I still got WAP text, and I was like, okay,
then. Listen, and I commend anybody. That is, I think it's easier not to have sex. I mean, when you're a virgin completely, it's harder when you're being celibate because you know what it is. I mean, I've never been celibate. I sell a little bit here and there, but I've never done the celibate thing. Like, it's not for me. I might go have my spurts of going when I'm in a certain space. I might go spurts a couple of months without having sex, but I don't call that celibate. I'm not gonna put a title on that. That just means I'm focused and sex is not there for me. She go again, but to be celibate, I commend you. Abstinent, I commend you. I'm proud of you. Even though I'm all about having sex, I'm very proud of you if you can abstain from sex, because it takes a hell of a person and a hell of a mental space to do that. Once you already got a taste, like once you got a taste of it and you do it, listen. But I gotta drive. What they say, I gotta drive, test drive the car.
Yep, got it. I gotta try before I buy.
And we gotta talk about the sex. Like we gotta have these conversations. We gonna talk about sex, regardless. I mean, for me anyway. I'm pretty sure for you, it comes up in these conversations. I'm pretty sure for Summer too, it comes up in a conversation when I first meet someone anyway. Because for one, oh, what do you do? Hey, I'm a sexpert. What? I'm a love coach.
I'm my first sexpert.
You're a sexpert? What is that? I'm a sexpert too. No, the fuck you're not. There's a difference. Don't disrespect me by saying you're a sex. But guys, got that bad.
The
Men
dumbest
say
shit.
anything. Men will
The
say
dumbest
anything if they
shit.
think
The
they're gonna get
dumbest
something.
shit.
And they don't realize that, no, besides you knowing how to have sex, the sexpert comes in with the education piece. There's a lot of education behind it. But it comes up, sex comes up. And I think it's healthy for you to have a conversation about sex without, and I'm gonna say this a different way. It's okay to have a sex conversation without thinking somebody wants to fuck you. But let's be realistic. When someone looks at you and they say, hey, you wanna go on a date? There's a few things they think. Damn, she's cute, she's gorgeous, y'all want to take on a date. And
I would
even
fuck.
for me, I'm thinking, damn, he's handsome. Damn, I want to fuck him. Now, if I fuck him or not comes after the date if he does something, that's
Fuckable.
different. But
Fuck worthy.
the sexual attraction is there. So when people say people want to fuck on the first, people they just want to fuck. No, they might not just want to fuck, but of course they wanted to fuck you when they see you. Doesn't mean that's going to happen. They looked at you and there was a sexual attraction there. It's not bad to realize that we're human beings. And of course, in the instance, damn, dudes be like, Mike, she might be gorgeous. Damn, I want to see her bent over. Now, whether it happens or not depends on the rest of the shit that goes on. But if I'm looking at you, of course, I want to have sex with you. Goddamn it, you damn right. If I ask you, if I agree to go on a date with you on a fuck, but that doesn't mean we're gonna fuck. Like that, we have to come out of this notion that
Not guaranteed.
guys go on these dates. You said what?
It's not guaranteed.
Right, and that's what I tell people all the time. It shouldn't be an expectation to want sex after the date, but it should be it's perceived that the minute this person, I said patient, child work too much. Shit.
Which job you at right now? Cause
but the minute this person comes up to you, of course I'm looking at you and I probably had a couple thoughts already, like,
Right.
damn, my pussy would look good on his face or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have those thoughts. So we got to get out of the idea, but it's okay to talk up to someone about sex without actually it going to sex, because, like I said, we know everything about everybody. Shit, we know his mama's birthday. Shit, we know when his birthday is. We have no clue what he likes in bed. We don't know that he's a 3-minute person. We don't know that he does not do foreplay well. Like, we don't know any of this. We don't know that you're going to bring a toy in the bedroom and he's going to be like, bitch, you don't know this because y'all don't talk. Like, on the first date, I usually know if he likes toys, because the toys come up. It's easier for me, but you should incorporate these things in your conversations. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first date, but when you see that you're interested and you want to pursue it further, y'all should have some kind of conversation to figure out if y'all into the same thing. Because then y'all got these couples that stay together, but they're sexually not satisfied, and that is not healthy.
and they cheat. That's when the cheating start happening. That's when they start stepping outside of the relationship and cheating. Hold on. Kendrick said it's a lustful attraction at first for everybody until somebody talks and says something that rubs you the wrong way, or you find something that bothers you. Then you just don't look at them the same way. That's my problem.
Definitely. But it's always that initial attraction. But like I said, whether it happens or not depends on, like he said, what comes out of your mouth, what you do, what I really found out about you. Because you
What your
might tell
mouth
me you
look
got
like?
you might open your mouth, I might not like. You might tell me you got 10 kids, and I'm like, well, shit, you ain't touching me, motherfucker. You got 10. I ain't trying to be baby mama number 11 at all. You looking at me,
Right.
I'm pregnant right now.
Can't pull out of a garage.
Like, what? So, I mean, shit. And that's what I want people to understand, though. So yes, when people meet you, of course, like he says, lust filled, they might want to fuck you. Now, whether it happens or not depends on how the date goes. If y'all go on a date, how the conversation goes, because she might be dumb as a box of rocks for all we know. She might be living blind, and now he's like, this dumb bitch. He might still fuck the dumb bitch though. He might still fuck the dumb.
I think the ultimate test for me is if you can handle me in my glasses, because I got some thick ass glasses, and if you find my glasses sexy, then you just make it, bro.
Pray for the glasses. Pray for the glasses.
Shut up. That's why I wear contacts most of the time. Every now and again,
okay,
I might
so
make a little
you know what? Okay, so did anybody ask Kendrick, since Kendrick seems to comment a lot? So how would you want a person to tell? What I asked, would you want them to be like, it's all right, or it could have been better, or that wasn't the best? How would you want a woman to relate to you that, the sex just wasn't hitting for her?
Kendrick,
I personally, I feel like when you're in this communication about sex is more pertinent to a person who you're going to have more sex with, or a person you're in a relationship with. Because I don't feel like you have an obligation to communicate with nobody who you're not about to call back. I feel like when you're with someone, though, you should definitely let your mate know. Listen, babe, sit down. Let's talk about this. I want to try this. I want to try that. And, just let your mate know. But you should be able to talk to your mate about this without fear of judgment. If you fear that your mate's going to judge you, then maybe, if your mate's that judgmental, he's going to come off harsh, or she's going to come off harsh. Maybe y'all not as equally yoked as y'all thought. Like, we go to the spiritual, the physical, the mental. The sexual is physical, y'all. The sexual is physical. It's mental too. You got to be equally yoked on all things, but you should be able to talk to your mate about these things. There shouldn't be a fear of my mate's gonna not receive this well. My mate's gonna be smarter. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have this fear when it comes to you being in a relationship. Are you fucking someone long term?
Kendrick said he would want her to.
You should be able to express to them the things you want to try.
He wants her to keep it all.
I mean, if you want a harsher, like, does he want her to be harsh?
He wants to keep it real, so he just wants to direct, hey, bro, your dick is trash.
So he don't care. Okay.
He said, I'm open about my sexuality because I'm just a freak, and my mate accepts that. So the reason why I disagree with what you say is because I feel like it's a lot of men out here that think that they are really onto something, and they really doing something, and they sex is garbage or subpar, not up to par. They had some of everything. And if we don't communicate to them like, hey, this ain't it, they don't know. So they going to do the same thing with the next one and the next one until somebody says, hey, bro, this ain't it.
I'm not saying don't tell them. I'm saying I feel like the communication is more important with the long-term partner. I'm saying it's a more important thing. Now, I'm not saying with a short-term partner or a person who you just fucking don't tell them. I definitely think they should know. I definitely think they should.
Everybody
should give you should give them a report card. I made up sex report.
10 out of 10 don't recommend.
A D, you got a D on your stroke game. You got a C because your tongue was all right. You know what I'm saying? I think you should get a little report card and write it on the paper.
I think you should make one of those up. I'm gonna make one of those up for you so you can put it on your website.
But I think that they should. And then also
let
the person know that it could have just been that you all didn't yoke that way. Somebody else might like that, but it's not for me. But you know what I'm saying? Because we can't tell people you whack. You are whack for me. But you might be good for somebody else because we all are different. Like, she might like a quick pumper. I don't. But she might, I don't know. Somebody might like a quick pumper.
Hey, man, listen. You ain't got to tell them they whack. Maybe give them some pointers, or maybe give some, I'll say constructive criticism. Like, okay, so I didn't like when you did this. I like when I was in Memphis and I had that encounter in Memphis, and his signature move was the Superman move. Like, he levitated, like his feet.
You still do that?
You said what?
They still do. Adult men still do that?
Honey, when I say this man's feet came up off the ground, he literally levitated. And I was like, you are over 6 feet tall. I'm 5'11", but you're over 6 feet tall, hitting it from the back, and your feet are off the ground. And he did it not on one, he did it on 2 occasions. And I was like, hey, don't ever do that shit again. I'm holding up my weight and your weight too. No, we're not. No.
I just feel like that. To me, I just would be like, grow up. Like, why are we doing this?
Like, I was really shocked when it was happening. I'm like, wait a minute. Is his feet on the wall?
That would have been my first thought. Is he doing this on purpose? Like, what's happening?
I really was like, I was confused. Like, is this really happening? Am I being punked right now? His feet is out. I hear his toes on the wall. What is that?
Oh,
what is that?
I mean, this is something. What?
Hey, constructive criticism. We need to have a conversation afterwards.
Yeah,
even if I do something that you don't like. I've had some guys tell me, hey man, your mouth is a little too wet for me. I don't like sloppy toppy. I like it a little less wet. And I'm like, you know what? Duly noted. But guess what? Duly noted for me means I'm not going to come back and suck your wine thing because I like my mouth to be sloppy wet. That's just how I like it. So if you don't like sloppy toppy, then
And that's why I say, yeah, there's people that like everything, and that's why the conversation comes into play. You can ask them that before you get there. Hopefully, you can ask them that. But I think the conversation should happen all the time. But for me, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you one thing that I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. You want some tips? I need some money. Um, you want new ideas? I need some money. You want me to help you? I need some money. This is a business. I need some money for me, not from you, but for me. I need some money
I'm just over here.
because
You need some money, but it sounds like you're selling some coochie. That's what it sounds like you're selling over
no,
there.
I'm saying if you want me to tell you, if you want me to give you some tips to try, that's when you
To
pay me.
somebody,
That's what okay.
to
You
somebody
met
you're
Nene
already
now.
currently hunching.
If I'm saying if it's somebody and if we're not gonna do it again and it's that bad, I need you to pay me to tell you what you need to do because now it's sex for Nene land that you're meeting. You met Nene, now it's sex for Nene land because you want me to tell you, and for me because I gotta help other people do this. So now I need a stipend, a little payment or something just to if you're my long term partner, we're gonna figure this out together because we're in it together. You feel me? There's a difference. But if it was something like that, so I'm like, listen, I might even say something simple, but I'm not going to give you details. Let me say that. It's not going to be a detailed thing of just listen, that thing, I might say that thing with your tongue. Don't do it. I might, for me, ask the girl before you
Right.
do that. I'd be like, probably ask her before you do that. Or listen, that you too rough for me. Ask somebody if they like it rough before you just be rough with them. Like if they how rough they like it. Like you know what I'm saying? And I might say something simple like that, but to tell you how to do it, I need to pay. That's a different story. But I'll give you something. But I'm not gonna give you full blown. I don't give nobody full blown. But me and my partner is the only two that I can give. Luckily, I don't have any problems. Um, but, but yeah, just I think you should tell people because I don't want everybody walking around here. There's a lot of guys and women walking around here feeling like they're on top of the world. I mean, let's be realistic.
There's
Even
some
being in the
females
sex,
around Louisville thinking that too.
even being in the sex industry, let's be realistic. We learn new things every day. We learning new things. We trying new things. We are not perfect. I don't care what the title says. We are not perfect to anything. And each time we get a new partner, we have to go through the whole process of studying a partner, figuring out what they like. You know what I'm saying? This is for a long-term partner. If we just a one-night stand, I ain't got time to figure out all that. Wham, down, thank you, ma'am. We just gonna go. But if it's a long-term partner, I'm gonna study you and figure you out, and we're gonna talk about it. I mean, but we learn new things every day. Just even in the sex industry, we're not perfect. Like we practice, but practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
So we practice. We gotta practice. That's why I can't be celibate. I gotta practice.
If at
Yeah,
first you don't succeed, try again. Just not
I
with
gotta.
her. Just not with me
I
though.
got no. Just and yeah, and I mean, if you really, like I said, if it comes down to me really having to teach somebody, it's not me being mean by saying I need payment. It's me being now I need you to pay me so that I can really get down to the nitty gritty and tell you some things that you might want to do, that you might want to pay attention to, things that you might want to try with your partner that you weren't doing when you were having sex with this person. So it's not me being mean. It's just me not giving you the game is to be sold, not told. So it's me selling you the game.
That's
I
the
can't. I
problem with
can't
the
give it to
black community now.
you. Now, listen. The problem with the black community is they want the game to be told, and they don't want it to be sold. That's the biggest problem we have.
Somebody
Is
always trying to sell you some
they
shit.
think that everything's free, especially when it comes to this. When it comes to the sex industry, a lot of people think that things should be free.
I
Nah,
was selling it for free.
we
So
we. I had to pay to go. I had to pay to be certified. I had to pay to go to school. The game is to be sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, I've even sent people to Bree before that's, Bree, they need to help meditating. Now, Bree might tell you something, but Bree's not going to give you a full rundown. You got to pay her for the rest of it. I can tell you, Bree, good at helping you meditate. Now it's up to you. Because Bree going to be like, well, listen, you might need to meditate, but listen, you need this. I need how many hours you need. That's when it comes into play. You feel me? Because you got to do what you got to do. We didn't gave out. Let's be realistic too. We've given out a lot of freebies. I got a whole sex talk show that you can probably find out a lot of stuff.
Right. But if you want individual time, I think you should be paid for that. Absolutely.
Gotta pay to play.
You definitely got to. I mean, I love people to death, but damn, you feel me? Like,
time is money.
It is. We're giving out a lot of free game now. You can go right now. We done told you can go sit down, talk to your partner. And one thing I didn't mention: figure out once you're with somebody, figure out how they communicate. Everybody doesn't communicate on the same wavelength. Women do tend to be, some women been long-winded than men, because sometimes, I think we have that fear of coming straight out. Some of us have that fear of coming straight out and saying what we gotta say, and it's like go around the mulberry bush to get to. Then men want it direct, but then men also go around the mulberry bush. So whatever. And then women like some women like for you to put a little sugar on top of it, put some candy on it, sprinkle it, cover it up a little bit, and then tell it. Some women can't take a direct hit when it comes to these things. We see it all the time. A man says something and women are like, well, what the fuck? Well, what do you mean? Now my shit is no, baby. It wasn't.
You can't get offended. You got to be open-minded, and your heart got to be open. You got to be open to receive the constructive criticism.
Listen, ladies, y'all have to listen, fellas. Y'all have to tell these women when you smell something. I'm sorry, y'all have to tell them. Just let them know, because that could really be an issue that she's really ignoring. She might be used to the smell. She might not smell. Y'all have to tell these ladies. Females, you got to tell your friends. You smell her when she walk by. You smell her when she sit down. You got to tell your friends. You cannot let these women walk around un-pH balanced. Like, the pH needs to be balanced. If you got the hand her, I mean, there's ways to say it. Don't say the pH needs to be balanced. But there's ways to say, hey, maybe you should go,
because like that thing is stinging, and it shouldn't be.
It's a fellow, and guys can you can say however you want to say it, but you can tell her, hey, listen, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just gonna give it to you real raw and straight. That smell ain't it. That smell or that's not. Your smell is a little off. You might want to go to the OBGYN and figure out what's going on. Maybe using wrong. Maybe using soap in your vagina. And you shouldn't. Maybe you are fucking too many people raw and your bacteria vaginosis is hitting. Maybe you got a yeast infection. Like, hit her with some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got chlamydia. I don't know. Hit her with some stuff, but don't fuck her. And then not tell her. And don't even fuck her. If you fuck her, that's your problem too. But please let her know.
Do not talk about her. Like, man, I fucked this bitch, but she stank real bad. But gotta see it through, my boy.
Why would you have to see it through? Like, why?
I don't know why they have this mentality. Why men are nasty.
Finger test no more. What happened to the put your finger, and then run it across your nose or something? What happened to that? Y'all don't do that no more. Y'all don't run it across y'all.
No, they do is they go down and they
ladies don't go in the bathroom no more and freshen up and make sure they're good.
I do. I'm always sniffing my vagina. I'm always sniffing my sit down air.
If you turn air
to make sure if something's a little strong,
but you should when something's wrong. And because here's the thing, if you have gotten used to that smell, that means that something has been wrong for far too long.
Girl.
And you need to get that checked out. And a lot of times, and fellas, every time you have sex with your girl, you're in a relationship, and something starts smelling after the relationship, guess who it probably is? You. It's probably you throwing her pH balance off, because it could be a few things that your dick, for one, sometimes your semen just don't work with her pH. Condoms is going to be your friend. There's a lot of women having sex with their partners and they don't need to. Sometimes you cheated. I'm giving y'all. Sometimes you might have used some, that what they be using at all them extra soaps and shit they be using and stuff. The extra shit.
Lotion, butters. Just give me the ashy meats.
They be using butter on their dicks. What?
Girl, the one
body butter. Body butter.
A whole shea butter, girl.
Okay, you got a spicy sauce. I thought you was talking about butter. You ran too quick, and I was like, hold up. I didn't know we were talking about shea butter, body butter, or butter.
This
you had to come back.
deep.
Okay, you had to bring that back for me, like, and if you can use Dove soap, Dove sensitive skin. It still smell good and shit. Y'all be coming out the bathroom smell like Irish Springs and shit, and that might throw off her pH. You never know. It could be something simple, but talk to her, let her know. Please don't do that, ladies. Ladies, if the man needs a shower, please tell him, y'all. Don't do yourselves like that. Because we all know that guys have that smell after they've been out all day. For one, he should have showered anyway. He should have gave you respect to shower before your mouth went down there. But the fact that he didn't shower says a lot about how he respects you. But if you smell that shit, bruh. And guys usually can take something like that a little bit better because they know they ain't been outside all damn day and didn't take a bath, or they know they've been sweating. Listen, can you go shower before we do this? Like,
right.
It's like, guys are usually good at knowing. They're usually more okay, but let them know, because don't suck musty balls, don't smell musty balls, don't make them shower.
Well,
I like a little.
That's a kink.
And it might, it could be a kink.
That is a kink.
The women that's complaining about it ain't a kink. So if it's not a kink for you, don't do it. If it's a kink for you, do it. I'm okay with that if it's a kink. But if it's not something you like, listen, y'all, don't yuck nobody's yum. I know what y'all thinking. Don't talk about them people with them kinks. Y'all leave them alone, because there's different kinks for everybody. There's different kinks don't y'all talk about them. But if it's not something you like and it's something you don't enjoy, just let them know. Like, listen, babe, shower. Or you can go wash. You can help him. You can help him wash his penis. That'll be a good little foreplay thing y'all can do. A good little intimacy thing y'all can do. Y'all can get in a shower together. Hey, babe, let's take a shower together. Feel me? Wash his balls for him.
I don't like them when they're not at attention. I prefer them when they're at attention. They're not fun when they're deflated.
What are we talking about? We talking about musty balls. What you talking about?
You was talking about taking a shower with it.
Because we're talking about
helping him wash it, foreplay and helping him wash it. I'm on the same brain way.
Oh, okay, I got you. Just came on. Okay, so you stroke it a minute. You can clean it and stroke it in the shower, and then suck it in the shower if you want to. Like, you get it.
I need him. I just feel like you should already come to me with the wang on swole. Like, the wang should be wanging. I shouldn't have to do a lot of work.
Unless the water work. Unless he's mentally messed, unless something mental is going on, he's thinking about the wrong shit. Guys go through a lot just like females go through a lot. So it could be something blocking him, and you might have to clear his mental. It could be. I'm not saying it is, but guys do go through things to where it's a mental block. Females go through things where it's a mental block. It's great to have a guy that's gonna come to you, dick at attention, ready to go. You feel me? Because he's attracted to you. But sometimes they can't do it. Sometimes it's not gonna happen. But we would love if all guys came at attention. That would be really nice to come at attention. So it'd be really nice if you take a shower before you get to us. That'd be a nice thing to do.
That would be nice. That should be a given. Like, if you got a D appointment and you got a P.
Damn, you got a D appointment. This is what she was gonna say, y'all. People in podcast land, y'all can't see the live, but Summer got Louisville Free Public Library Wi-Fi. Keeps messing up.
Don't do her like that.
But she was gonna say, if you got a D appointment and you know that you about to get some, take a bath. And I'm gonna say she's about to come back on her and clown me because she got the cheap Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi ain't working.
Spectrum. You know what? I think God is trying to tell me something. He's trying to tell me to go to bed.
I'm sleepy as hell, dog.
God was trying to tell her that this ain't it for her, and wash your balls. But to wrap it up, Summer is just whatever. To wrap most of this up, communication is important when it comes to sex. It is important to communicate your needs, your wants, your likes, your dislikes. It is important to effectively communicate. Don't just go yelling at nobody. Don't just be yelling at people.
And you should always be taking the partner in question into consideration before you decide how to communicate with them. If you know this person is sensitive about something, then that's probably not the best way to approach it by touching on that topic. You can still address it without it like
tie a bow on it to make it a little pretty for the partner.
Yeah. Like I said, always lead with something they did well.
Yes, because and when you communicate, that's one thing you'll learn when you communicate. It is better to, because when you come at someone with, well, you did this wrong, it's hurtful, and it's, you know, and especially if you're always a negative type person, it's hurtful. So always lead with something positive, and then say, you know, then lead with something to follow up. Constructive criticism is okay, but you have to be willing to talk to your partner, as well as you have to be willing to listen to your partner. But you should also know, like you said, who you're dealing with and their communication style. Everybody communicates differently. We can't all receive the same thing. For somebody like me, you come and be harsh, I'm probably gonna cry in your face and try to punch you. Okay, like at this point, the fuck. But it depends on. Okay, then it also depends on if I'm in a relationship. I probably just fucking. We just fucking. Bitch, fuck you. If I'm in a relationship, oh baby, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's different. And what you gonna get? You know what I'm saying? I've had partners tell me, well, I had a guy tell me, well, you ain't all that, but he kept calling me back, and I was trying to figure out if I wasn't all that. He was just trying to be mean. He was an ass because I told him
trying to be mean. Because why you still calling?
Well, if I'm not all that, stop calling me at this point. What are we doing? But yeah, you got to know who you communicating with. You have to know. Some people like it straight chasing, no, you know, straight shoot, no chase. That's what I meant to say. Straight shot, no chase. You know what the fuck I meant. I said shooter. It was a shot, a shooter, same.
That's how we're coming tonight.
You know, some people like that. Some people you gotta dress it up, put a red bow on it, and make it pretty. You know your partner better than anybody else. Like, cause yeah, you just know your partner. Don't, and if you don't know the person, tread lightly.
Just tell them over the phone.
Yeah. Don't do it. I wouldn't suggest if it's a person you don't know, because you don't know how they're gonna react. And I would just tell them over the phone, if they try to cuss you out, block. I'm trying to help you out, block. You feel me?
Out here giving out bad sex.
Yeah, you know, and some of y'all are definitely giving out bad sex. That's why the man is complaining, the women is complaining. Fellas, I can say one thing: take the time to. And this is not all on y'all, because the woman getting an orgasm definitely starts with her. It starts with ourselves, because we have to touch our bodies, feel our bodies. We know us better than y'all do. Now, y'all can add to that. Take the time, take the time and learn more about women. It's going to be different for every woman, but if you learn some basics about women and the things they like, you can add on to it. Just like every man's different. When we sucking dick, we have to know that this man might not. We got to start and play. We got to start slow, go fast. Do a little twist, suck a little harder, slurp a little harder, look down. You know what I'm saying? We got to do a little bit of everything to figure out.
Just thinking about all that.
I mean, but I'm saying you got to do it to figure out what's going to make him come. Like, they don't realize how dick sucking ain't as easy as it seems.
I got carpal tunnel.
And that's the thing. We got to figure out. We got to go through a lot to figure out the way you like your dick sucked. You know what I'm saying? We got to
go through all that. You finna start talking.
I'm saying that you can talk about it, but I'm saying he might like something new too. But I be trying. I got to try shit on my, so I can tell other women, hey, try this shit. They like it. But and some guys don't even know that they might like something else because she ain't do it. They might be getting regular, schmegular head. And then you do something else, and he's like, oh, shit, what little thing again? You said what's regular, schmegular head?
Regular, schmegular head. Oh, just the straight, regular up and down. The bobblehead effect. No twisting other than that. None of that.
A little slow. Might not even use the head, just a little bit.
No
bit. Just stuck on the head. They don't do nothing. But I'm saying some men might be used to getting that. You know what I'm saying? And some women might only know to do that because another guy never was like, fuck is you doing? Can you twist it, twirl it, do two-hand
twist?
Yeah, get in sync with your hands when the two-hand twist. You feel me? The two-hand listen, the two-hand twist, I'm going to tell y'all, fellas, we're going to end up believing. It ain't as easy as y'all think it is. To make your head go away, your hand go, and the other hand go. Like it's we gotta be coordinated for that shit.
Baby, it take practice.
Just think what we do for y'all.
Coordinate.
Thank us.
And you want to stop breathing too?
We got to choke on it. We got to gag, lose life if we got to. And y'all should be more appreciative than us. Some of us have had to, some women have had to swallow back throw up because she almost threw up on your ass because she probably didn't know she ate the wrong thing. Women, when women gag in the saliva and shit, you got to choke back your shit sometime when you gag. If it ain't saliva. I seen a woman say she threw up on the guy. You got to take one for the team, but I just want y'all to know that.
It's over.
Huh?
I've thrown up on a guy before.
It happens.
It's over.
I was very intoxicated.
Session is over. Goodbye. Get it away from me if I throw up.
But I mean, but you know, it's different for everybody. So you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we gotta go through a lot to suck dick. So y'all should be appreciative. All y'all gotta do is stop breathing a little bit. When y'all eat pussy.
She said a little bit.
Yep. Just die.
Just die. That's y'all
just
die. Yep, that's it.
It takes a lot to give a woman head.
Huh?
It take a lot to give a woman head.
I mean, your tongue. I mean, it take a lot to give both of them head. But okay, so I'm gonna ask you real quick because I ain't never ate a pussy.
It takes more to suck. I feel like I get more of a workout with my mouth sucking meat versus eating coochie. Only because after I eat coochie, my jaws be sore. But after I get done sucking dick, like the underneath my tongue,
your whole core on top, your abs be sore, your arms be sore, your neck be sore.
Up under there be like sore. Yeah. Sometimes I rip the meat.
You got the little frenulum from your tongue and shit that might hurt. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Y'all see what we go through to please y'all? Y'all see this shit? Thank a woman today. Thank a woman today. If you haven't thanked one, thank a woman right the fuck now.
They don't appreciate us.
That's why. Thank a woman today.
That's why all the women's gay now.
I love them.
They're not 100%.
That's why we all gay.
I love them with me. I love them with me. I like dick. I like all kinds of dicks, different dicks. Yeah, I tried to suck a dildo one time. It didn't work out. So,
I mean, I still like medium, but you know, the big ones been coming around lately, and I'm just like, what you want me to do with that? That's
Kegel on the dick. Kegel on the dick. But yeah, so look, we done wrapped up and kept going. I'm sorry, y'all, but you know, the conversation is a conversation it is. But listen, tell y'all. So again, effective communication matters. Know who your partner is, know who you're talking to and dealing with, because everybody communicates differently, just like we all have sex differently. Don't be scared to communicate with your partner that you want to try new things, that something's not working. Don't be afraid to explore your fantasies. You should be wanting to explore your fantasies with your partner, or at least explore them. You got an open relationship or something, you can explore them outside of your partner, but talk to your partner. Communication is the one thing that keeps us together. And it's all communication, not just what y'all pick to talk about. All communication matters. I'm sorry. All communication matters when you're dealing with someone, whether it's a relationship, fucksationship, or situationship.
I'm for real in the dictionary.
Fucksationship is a thing. You got me up. But just know, communicate. Know who you're talking to. Don't yell at somebody who's sensitive, and don't be direct with somebody who needs a bow tied to it. Okay, you got to know your partner. And I know that some people are stuck in this way of, well, that's me. But if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, you have to compromise and meet in the middle. At least if you're a direct person, just learn how to just be, you know, add a little sugar in it just a little bit while you're being direct. You know? Summer. So
what I do?
Your face. So Bree, before we go, tell them where they can find you at.
I am on all the platforms under at Love, Sex, and Magic Co. All one word, all lowercase. Yes, it is co. The website is the same. It's www.lovesexandmagic.co. Yes, co. But if you type in lovesexandmagicco.com, you'll get sent to the same website. Yeah, you can find my products if you're in Louisville at all 5.5 Rainbow Blossom locations.
Okay.
If they are not there, let me know, because they don't be doing what they're supposed to do.
Why is it a half though? Real quick, why is 1.5?
Because one of them is inside of the wellness center, and the wellness center is inside of the store. So I'm calling it a half.
Okay, gotcha. I was
But
just
yeah,
curious.
you
Okay.
can find Love, Sex, and Magical products at all of those places. Services are coming back in 2022. So tarot, Reiki, and a couple other things that I had to stop doing this year. When I started doing retail, I'm going to bring those services back. If you need retail, or if you need wholesale for your events, if you're having a retreat and you need supplies, if you have a storefront and you want to sell Love, Sex, and Magical products, please feel free to slide in my DMs or email me or fill out the contact sheet on the website. Again, that is www.lovesexandmagic.co, and it's at Love, Sex, and Magic Co. on all platforms.
Summer, where can they find you at?
You know, I don't have one platform name. All right, so on
Okay.
Facebook, of course, I'm Summer Rain. On Instagram, I am it's at a.touch.of.rain. You can also find me on Facebook. You know, if you need a virtual assistant, it's exactly what it is, how it sounds. A raining, you're going to find me on Raining Virtual Assistants on Facebook. I haven't made any other social media platforms for that yet because I don't want to. I'm not there yet. So, but
And that's your business.
I'm definitely on Facebook and I have email, Raining Virtual
So
Assistants.
y'all can find her everywhere. Now she's on TikTok too under
Oh, I
probably some.
am. I need to get back on there. I'm gonna get back on there, y'all. And start making some videos. You can also my boutique is House of Rain. I need to make a TikTok for this 2-piece. I'm finna break the internet with my fat ass. One of these days. Yeah. But yeah, a touch of rain, House of Rain, Orlando, Raining Virtual Assistants. My name is Summer Rain. Don't you forget it.
So now you can find me everywhere now. Nene and Night on Facebook, Nene Lynn on Facebook, Nene and Night on Instagram. I'm Nene Candy on Facebook too. Don't ask me why. I'm Nene and Night on Twitter. And Nene and Night on TikTok. I'm Nene and Night everywhere. www.neneandnight.com. The toys are popping. I got toys in. Um, Look out next year. I am starting the Art of Sex series next year. It'll be a couple of classes. Summer will be there, of course. Bree is going to help me host some. She on. I think I told her. If she didn't, she knew now. And then I also reached out to Day Sherelle, more D-Talk. She's also going to help me host some. No, collaboration. We're just going to give y'all some sex. We're going to give y'all some sex game. That's the education piece of sex. The education piece will be on my way.
Dang.
Pretty and Painted, number 5. Lingerie
Number
and Pajama
5,
Edition,
y'all.
number 5.
5.
Listen, lingerie pajamas. I thought let's turn it up a notch. March the 12th, 2022. Details will be dropping soon. I found the perfect location, y'all. That's why I wasn't talking about it much because the location was driving me crazy. We went and looked at the location. It's perfect, it's spacious, and we are locked in. I am having a model call soon. We will be having a model call for some extra models. I got a couple of them that I already, we sold on. Hopefully we can get Bree's titties here. We got summer coming. Summer's gonna be there. So hope we get Bree's titties. They all had the titties out. You know what I'm saying? Hope we get
At
their titties.
minimum, I will be there to paint someone.
And so we're gonna listen. We're gonna work it. But yeah, next year we're gonna do this Art of Sex series. The Art of Sex series is gonna be really dope. It's something that I've thought about doing, but it's finally time to start. COVID hit, kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time to start doing, just some classes. You'll learn some things. I'll put out the different titles and everything.
Yep.
And they'll be co-ed classes, except for unless the dick sucking will be want to come as co-ed too. Man suck dick too. So, so we'll be, but man probably teach me some things.
Right.
Listen, so y'all might want to come. But yeah, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But be on the lookout. We're gonna go hard with promo for Pretty and Painted here soon. It is 3 months away. Well, a little bit over 3 months, but December 12th would be exactly 3 months. And that 3 months will pass. We are going to have the VIP tickets, the regular tickets. You're gonna get fed. You get some drinks, some alcohol, some body paint models, a turn up. I have a performer, I have a poet. So be on the lookout for that. Y'all can have toys anytime y'all want. I think next week I'm gonna start doing a flash sale on my toys. I'm not gonna tell you when. I'm not gonna tell you a time. I'm gonna post a flash sale. You catch it. You catch it. You don't. You don't.
Basically, have your money together now.
That's it. That's out. That's it. That's out. And we've been on here long enough. And check us out. We out. And summer keeps being out anyway.